We don't need no stinking timer. Let's get this bad boy started. Alright, so this is the first time actually on stream that we are going to be dedicated to red deer grinding. The circumstances are a little bit different, obviously. Typically, I actually grind before I stream, so that's what I'm doing, like prior to. But today's the Super Bowl, and I'm going to watch it, so there won't be any stream tonight. So I figured we'd kind of kill two birds with one stone on this. I typically try to keep away from the grinding aspect because it's so boring for me, but hey, here we are. We're gonna do it. Who knows? Maybe the great one will spawn while you guys are here. I doubt it, because we're well over 4,000 kills at this point, but let's give her a go here. So we run through number 1 of the day. Also, just to kind of... I'm not herd managing, so if you see me schwacking everything, there's a reason behind that, because we're not herd managing, so. Didn't even see that guy there. He's got an 8-rack, it looks like. Like a smaller version of the 8-rack. It's a nice one. The lake we're at is Ratonoi. I don't know how to say it, but that's the lake. And now the fun part. We're basically going to do this hundreds of times. Good news is red deer are worth a lot of money even after shooting them with the 300. So we're going to be making some bank on this. It's 50-50 though. If you don't drop them with the 300 instantly, it's one of those you should have shot at the 30-06 because they run about the same distance. I hope we don't have a float. Floaters are the bane of my existence with this grind. So frustrating when you shoot them, they'll just run straight in the water and then you gotta wait forever. We got one more up here, I believe. Good chance of seeing a diamond today because it's been a hot minute since I've had one, so. Yep, everybody's maps are different. No two need zones are alike when it comes to your maps. Hello there, elephant. Did we somehow not make a good shot on that other one? It's probably because he was stepping forward. Unless it was behind the tent. I am confused now. I could have swore that dude... I mean, we hit it. It's just, where was he standing at? Unless... No. Okay, so there's definitely double hunting pressure here. It's just, where the heck did he go? Well, that's frustrating. I don't see a body anywhere, and I don't see blood anywhere either. Unless he was further down? Yeah, he was further down. I see blood now. We did make a good hit. Unfortunately, he did die, and I don't really feel like going to look for him right now. So we'll be back, maybe. So we've got, what, 4 dead already in this run through. There's a cute little piebald. That worked out. Kill count up to 8. And the reason I didn't really care about this guy is because, well, we've got a ton of them at this point. Same thing, I'm probably, unless it breaks 270, we're not going to taxidermy any diamonds we get because we've got far too many of those, and I don't have room in the lodge. It does, actually. It does affect it. Not sure how, but they definitely clarified that 2 or 3 streams ago. They definitely said picking up or not picking up your animals will absolutely impact your Great One spawns. So, we ain't doing that. Oh, well, apparently we didn't kill that other one. I don't know. Sometimes the 300, a little finicky, especially in this zone because you're doing that downward angle pizzazz. I used to have, I need to set one up. I used to have another ground blind sitting here just to help with hunting pressure, but I've also debated getting rid of that zone too, just to make it less grindy. I don't know. Guys aren't quite in their zone yet, so we're going to go ahead and kick time up just a notch. That was a little far forward. Yeah, I kind of figured. All right, well, rats. Fortunately, we're not shooting as many as I'd like to right now. Ooh, thought that was a Crab Rack 9, but it is not. Excuse me, sir. He's going down. Oh, you. This is frustrating in the zone when they turn around like that. Alright, we got a few to pick up. Oh, this guy we missed. He's out there in the boonies somewhere. We got 2 more over here. 3 more. What is that? 12 that we've killed on this run through. Not bad. Yeah, I used to make that mistake as well, and you know, when my whitetail grind was taking over 7,000 kills to get to, I was wondering what was going on there, and then decided to start picking stuff up, and lo and behold, he spawned. Now, this is that. We went to the wrong spot. I will say this, and I call that dirty grinding. When you shoot stuff, don't pick it up. It's not effective for great ones, but if you're looking to get a diamond, it's pretty heckin' effective at getting diamonds. Honestly, I would argue, and this is going to offend the herd managers out there, I think dirty grinding is actually far more effective than even herd management, just because it's so much faster and you don't have to like decide which ones to shoot and which ones not to shoot. You just shoot everything and go. But it wrecks your spawns and you don't get any money for it. So there's that. It's a huge catch-22. Boy, we threaded the needle with that shot. Alright, first run through complete. What did we kill? 15? Not too shabby. Not quite sure we shot enough to get our respawns back quite yet. We actually zipped through that pretty darn fast. I set that time way too early. I don't know, there might be something over here. Not yet. Changing it back. Also, as we learned from the last Expansive Worlds live stream, backing out to the menu and coming back in to get your respawns also breaks the game, so don't do that. Yeah, so the old wise tale now, as everybody stated, that, you know, to get your respawns back, you close out the game and go back to the main menu, then come back to the map. Yeah, no, they confirm that will absolutely destroy your respawns. They actually, like, very explicitly told people to straight up stop doing that, because they keep getting support tickets for their, you know, respawns being broken. They're like, yeah, it's because you keep backing out the menu, coming back in. Don't do that. Now, one theory that I've yet to see disproven, back in the day, everybody thought that changing time affected. Well, there's another thing too that actually affects respawns. It's how many animals you actually collect or harvest in time in game. And also, I'm pretty sure changing time has effect. That's why it costs money to change time. until they're not. That's the issue. Like, my Reventilli Coast, for example, is forever ruined. And for the longest time, I just thought it was a bug. I was like, they'll fix it someday, and it's not. I caused my Reventilli Coast to break. After they went in depth and explained exactly what we were doing wrong, I'm like, oh, that explains so much now. In fact, that's probably what happened to my Latent Lakes as well. I was a quick infection FPS. Yeet. Oh, I was trying to do 360 and I straight up skill issue failed that one. Now, there is a potential workaround, but I honestly think it was just filler words. I don't know how accurate it is. Some have said that if you were to back out to the menu and then manually select which map you want to go to, that will resolve it. I don't do it. I typically, though, don't. I usually I actually hard reset the game is what I normally do. There's one. Actually, respawns are working, though. Notice there's a 3 and a 4 here, and now we've got a 6 and a 7. Already back. And in theory, if we can keep this up, keep making good shots, keep dropping them, this respawns should continue like this, and we should never actually have to back out. That's the thing, though, Deer Hunter. There really is no. They didn't, because obviously, if we knew exactly how respawns worked, like, it would make everything in the game worthless. Because you'd know how to rig the system, basically. But what I end up typically doing is actually simply just changing maps and then come back. Now, you can leave rares. Now, I've done some pretty in-depth, like, scientific tests. Doing that both on this grind and Rick's and I's moose grind. And rares being on your map realistically have no effect. I've left them. And I've obviously, like, collected rares. And it's kind of a placebo. You see that, you think, oh man, by leaving this rare, I'm going to spawn more rares. That's not exactly what's going on. You just happen to leave that rare. I mean, I had one rare on here, and I made a video on it. I had it on this map since almost day one, so it had been on here for like 4 months, just hanging out, and I finally ended up shooting it. Long story short, effects on respawns? No. I mean, outside of you not shooting that animal and it respawning. But a key factor to keep in mind, yeah, one of these days, Rick's and I, when we get bored enough, the problem is, like, the moose grind, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst grinds. And the reason being is because there are no weapon that can effectively, like, unless you're getting heart shots, you're not dropping those things and you're having to track them forever. And it takes so long to do. I could kill 50 red deer in the time it takes me to kill maybe 10 moose. Did I erase that? Okay, I was going to say, that's a little sketchy as far as hunting pressure goes. We'll need to probably use the tripod the next time. We didn't shoot quite as many, so it didn't erase it. I've got it set up to where by the time I roll through, it should erase all the hunting pressure, but we didn't shoot as many on that run through. We need to change time. Actually, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to continue the not scientific method, but it makes me feel better about it. We're going to change time actually twice, not once. Is it expensive? Yeah, but I mean, we're making that. Basically, the money we're making from shooting these guys, we're getting back. Like you can see, we haven't left the game yet. Our respawns are back. So. The key here, too, to keep this working is to shoot the magic number of animals and harvest them in order to get that respawn rate going. The thing is, though, I don't know what that number is, and nobody does, so it's better to shoot more. And honestly, too, what you can do to kind of help with that, if you're wanting to stay in-game, is just to kind of leave the area and shoot random other animals. And I've actually got a theory, and I wish that actually I might try it on a different map. Basically, Jaxie Beard on Expansive Worlds. We've got one more to go collect over here, don't we? Kind of explained his grind setup, and it makes more sense now because these all these maps keep having, you know, multiple great ones to grind on, and it's like, you know, I can't hunt multiple at the same time. But actually, if you just have 3 zones apiece for like each great one, it's all you need. You'd theoretically you would never need to leave the map, and you can just keep bouncing between the two and get both at the same time. Haven't ever tried that, but after them going in and explaining how respawns work and how great one grinding should work, it's like, oh, that makes way more sense. I could have swore we shot a 3rd red deer over here. Am I wrong? I thought maybe he was standing back a little bit further. Problem is, from sitting over there in that hunting structure, it all looks different. I could have swore he was standing like right over here. But I don't see a body or blood. See, and this is where it starts to screw stuff up when you get too many of those that kind of get away from you. Maybe I did collect them and I didn't collect this guy. I don't know. Anyway, once you start running into that issue, that's where it gets screwbally. No, we collected this guy. Because we dropped him basically instantly. Probably the most mind-blowing and like now counterintuitive because it's been so ingrained, but they're like, yeah, no, you guys have no idea what we're talking about. Stop doing that. Don't find all your need zones, guys. You're starting out a grind, just find you 4 or 5 zones and just stick to that. Now, in people's defense, like myself, who've kind of harped on that, 4 years ago, that's exactly how the game worked. You needed to find your need zones, but they changed that up with the Granted update. Oh, they figured out how respawns work. We're going to change it. Yeah. And what I would do, obviously, with now, again, grain of salt, if you're herd managing, obviously, but at the same, again, I don't know. I have nothing wrong with herd management, all that stuff. It's just a lot of work for little results. If you want diamonds, just shoot animals. You're gonna get diamonds, you know. But even if you got little deer on a few zones, shoot them because you got to get those respawns. Ooh, we're stuck in the tent. These guys aren't back yet. Now, once my spawns do get screwbally, what we're going to do to kind of circumnavigate those respawns, we're simply just going to go to a different map and then come back in. But the key factor is, and I'll explain more when we do it, is to make sure the game's not saving whenever you do that. See, these guys are still nervous from our previous run through. Oh, we straight up missed. Hit him that time. Guy's going down. Wish they had a semi-auto 300. That'd be lit. I mean, they technically do. The M1's basically a 300, and I understand why they kind of nerfed it just a little bit. What's our kill count? Probably a handful, right? We've killed more than 20. That's all from today, so I know that. These guys haven't, but now this is going to seem counterproductive, but what I'm going to do here, notice there's a ton of females. Because I have other zones, I'm going to actually shoot one of these females. Try to clear a slot for a male to actually come into that zone instead of that female. Nope, it's all the same across the board as far as grinding goes. Well, I would say with the exception of the PC, because tents are a DLC that you have to buy, which makes no sense to me. But I'm pretty pleased right now. I mean, we're at what, 3 or 4 run-throughs now. We've yet to leave the map. All we're doing is changing time, and we keep getting respawns. So it appears to be working as intended. Don't go in the water. Don't do it. Oh, these guys are still standing here. Nope, it's included on Xbox. Comes with game. I was quite frustrated whenever the first time I got it on PC. I was like, wait, where's my tents at? And I realized it was a DLC you had to buy. I was like, well, this is dumb. Flip side, DLC on the PC goes on sale, it seems like, every other month, whereas Xbox, it never does. Alright, where'd the dude that we killed go over here? He was standing down here, correct? This is where, for me, it becomes an issue, because... and of course, we erase the hunting pressure. Maybe, no, he was standing a little bit closer to the tent. Anyway, all the runs start to kind of mold together, and I'm like, where did I shoot that thing at? Main account is on the Xbox. What's strange is his tracks aren't here either. Did we shoot one over here, or am I imagining things? I'm like 99% sure we shot a guy over here. Unless we did shoot him and he went in the water and he's floating across, and that could explain some stuff. I don't know. What I'll do is when I come over to the lake, or the other side of the lake, I'll look back across to see if I see him laying there. Again, shooting this female, this is for scientific purposes. We're trying to actually get another male to actually fill her slot. It'll come from a different zone, obviously, but my more male-heavy zones, I wouldn't mind having one come over. I don't see a dead red deer up there. Strange. I know we've got to be seeing a 9 soon because it's been several run-throughs since I've seen one. Maybe we'll get lucky and get another super rare to spawn. If that happens, we're shooting at the rifle. Learn my mistake. Nothing here yet. Let's go ahead, change time, and run it again. It may be that point too where we need to back out to another map. I don't think it has that big of an issue, but when you're shooting 30 or 40 at a time and just walking away, yeah, that definitely screws it up. Alright, we've got nothing here, but it's also a little bit earlier than I normally start. So let's go ahead and change time one more time. And if these guys aren't here, that'll initiate a map change. Good old Tay Fog. Alright, we got nothing here, so we're going to go ahead and change maps, and what I'm going to do is make sure while we're doing it, that little loading symbol or saving symbol in the bottom left-hand corner, make sure that's not going on. That way it doesn't save anything screwball, but it doesn't matter what map, just flip over. You can see now it's saving. It just saved our progress. And where the problems lie is when you've got all those animals dead out there, the game itself is trying to figure out what the heck to do with that, because it, as far as it knows, it's alive even though it's dead, and then it can actually delete it completely, and then you actually lower the number of animals you have on your map. Going back to Tay. Notice too the weather carries over. That's a little weird, right? Alright, change time. And in theory, we should have red deer again. There they are. What the heck? So I'm gonna try the old M1 Garen. And I shot her right in the face. Whoops. Sorry. Now, unfortunately, they're all alert. Oh, he turned right when I pulled the trigger. That may have been a bad shot. It was. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, look at that. That's new. That guy we're going to taxidermy. That's a big 7 piebald. Well, White Raider, as you mentioned that, as you said that, we just spotted that brand new piebald. We'll have to get him on the next run through. Now, what's going to be annoying is I'm definitely going to... Well, he's not dead yet, but I want to track down the one that we wounded. And actually collect him as to not screw up the respawns there. Because if we can get through 5 or 6 run-throughs like we've been doing, like, we'll be in business. But seeing stuff like that is what keeps me motivated to continue this grind, because it's just, you don't know what you're going to get every time you come to a zone. It's boring, but there's still that little bit of like, maybe that great one's going to be standing there, or like that big 7, there's going to be a rare standing there. I think he's dead. That looks like interlaced hunting pressure. The only downside is, I don't know where his tracks are. This is where the Bloodhound would come in handy. Back to the fundamentals. We'll go back to where we last saw him. Find his blood. Because that's the downside. I guess maybe we'll try this run through with the M1. Trying to get heart shots. Well... Again, it's a catch-22 because if you make a bad shot with the M1, the likelihood of them dying is pretty low. But if you make a bad shot with the 300, they're going to die. They're just going to take a long time to do it. And, you know, if we were like 3 or 4 runs in and this happened, I would completely ignore this guy. But the fact that this is a fresh run through, first thing we shot, we got to get those respawns in the respawn pool. He's laying right up there. I'm kind of curious where we hit him at, though, because, I mean, it was lined up good, but I saw right when I pulled the trigger he started to turn, so we probably hit him in the leg, maybe flesh, neck. Nope, game just screwed us. That's a hard shot. It just wasn't. Yeah, that's the major drawback to dirty grinding is you make $0. And honestly, I went broke over it. I mean, I had millions of dollars and literally went broke from changing time so much. He ran way too quick. I thought there was another one. Yeah, he's standing right there. Let him coming out from behind that tree. Maybe. There he goes. I'm going to attempt the neck shot, but we're out of breath. I may end up moving. The problem is these guys like to flip-flop zones. They'll either be here or they'll be over there. So, like, every time I was like, all right, fine, I'll move the tent back over here. They end up going back over. It's frustrating, but there he is. Drop him. He came out of nowhere. I hate how it puts you in the tent backwards. Don't know why it does that, but it does. And that's one of those. I don't know how that was a bad shot. We got him, but... What's actually going on there when that happens is they're actually moving, you just don't see it. Yeah, see, that's the animation when we pulled the trigger he was doing, but on our screen he was just standing up. But they are aware of that issue and they're trying to fix it, apparently. I'm probably roughly 40 kills in at this point, and I'm like, let's go. I felt pretty good with that. I mean, he's going down. That was a long shot, but a little high. That still should have hit long, but we shot him with the M1. Well, nope, we probably leg shot him, but ooh, that looked much bigger. It's an 8. And we completely missed. Okay. We need to get the Argus off. That was problem number 1. Ooh, there we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Is that a melanistic or is that just a weird color? We got back-to-back rares this run through. We still need to go back and get that 7 piebald. That's going to make a nice addition to the Trophy Lodge. There we go. Is that a 9? It is. There's our first 9. Unfortunately, he's a troll, but... Also, while it's not a great one, if you notice, we're doing this prim and proper the way Expansive Worlds recommends, and so far so good. But I'm way more interested in him than I am that fake 9, so let's let him lift his head up. That'll be worth the track. He's going down. Heck yeah. Actually, he's just standing there. We're going to go and pop him too, I guess. Nuked him. I guess you can take some of the credit, White Raider. But as you can see, if you're not using the 300 to insta drop them, the 30-06 is definitely the go-to caliber because they really don't go that far. Nope, I don't do herd management. Now, I could see if you were one of those that your whole facade was doing nothing but Great One grinding, and to make it more interesting to keep spawning diamonds, I could see herd management being effective. But I like getting diamonds out in the wild. I don't like... it's just a lot of work. Yeah, he's not even close to being a diamond. When it comes to red deer and you see that crab rack, they're guaranteed troll every single time. Now we get to find our big Mela. Where the heck did he go? He ran up through here somewhere. There's his blood. Now, and once we get through their next little zone, we get to start over again, and we should, if all goes well, get that big 7 piebald as well. Yeah, buddy, that thing is huge. That's the biggest piebald or melanistic of the grind so far. We've gotten like 2 or 3, but this one's hands down the biggest. He's going to go in the 2024 lodge. If we have a great one spawn this stream, I'll say that. All right. We straight up flat out missed. Get his friend. Got a runner. Be so happy. Red deer is one of those great ones too that I'll never... I have zero desire to get a second one, so I will never grind for them again. After this, it's going to be fallow. and probably black bear. And then finally, we'll be back. The ultimate goal for me in Call of the Wild is actually have 3 Great One Whitetail to put on the multi-mount in our Layton Lakes Lodge. Oh, I didn't change time. That's why they're not here. I'm like, wait, where are they? I'm just looking forward to the fallow grind because they're an animal I can just use the M1 with and drop them instantly. Tired of this tracking stuff down thing. It gets annoying. Like I said, when you've done it well over 5,000 times. I'm glad my moose was less than 700 kills. Or just over 700. Second shot probably spooked everything else. All right, where is that 7 at? He was hiding up here the last time. We didn't see him until it was too late. And I don't see him now. Now, there is a possibility. We did shoot that female. There is a possibility he changed zones. It's not likely, but it is possible. What's going on, car guy? Still don't see him. I'm curious as to where he went. If we don't see him in the next run through, he'll be at a different zone. But what's funny is I shot that female hoping to get a male to come in her spot, and now we just happen to have that rare and he's missing. Ew, school, gross. Kind of rare turkey FPS. Is it leucistic? Is it an albino? I haven't had a melanistic turkey in a very long time. Oh, dude, did that guy run all the way over here? Sheesh. Would have been quicker to run through. We've got some more red deer over here. What color is it? If it's not a light brown, it's either leucistic or albino. Not light brown, light buff. Whatever that color is, that's super common. Boy, we almost got that hard shot. We're gonna transition back over to the 300 though. It's one downside to using the 300 though, the recoil of it with the reload of throwing that bolt. It's kind of hard to transition over to other animals, so that making those like multi-kills in one zone, a little difficult. And again, something I'm looking forward to with the fallow. That M1, man, the 308 technically has better recoil, but I just have that M1's recoil pattern memorized and I can just hammer it. Not yet, White Raider, not yet. But you're back now, so maybe that'll change. Maybe he'll be standing in this group right here. Unfortunately, he's not. Ooh. Oh, well, task failed successfully. We made a bad shot, but it looks like we hit neck. Oh, the sound is behind. I can fix that. There we go. It should be good to go. Maybe. In theory. Oh no, do we have a floater? I bet we got a floater. No, he's right here. Good. This is the worst lake when they float across. I actually stopped. So I've got a zone set up right here. And it's not a bad zone. Shot a lot of red deer, but literally every single time I'd shoot one, they'd have to float across, and I'm not about that life. Can we get a real deal diamond spawn, please? Ah, he got schwacked. Yep. Yeah, we don't typically normally do it live because it bores the ever-loving crap out of me, but we're going to be watching the Super Bowl tonight, so figured I'd get to stream in at least. Got kind of a weird little rack. I'm really wanting to get that 7 piebald. I'm curious where he went. We're going to help these guys along by changing time forward just a little bit. And then they disappeared. Okay. Cool. Everybody's leaked to their zones, and I wonder why. Change time again? Just a couple thousand, no big deal, right? Alright, so those guys are here. What about you? You guys back over here yet? Nope. I shouldn't have shot him. That might have made things wonky. That is something you need to watch out for. If you only have so many males in a group, you might get carried away. Have a good one, car guys. Appreciate you stopping by. But what I was saying is, if you have like 2 males in a group and you shoot both males, there is a chance that that zone may not spawn those males again. I'm gonna attempt the next shot. And attempt failed. I'll say this, it's a lot more entertaining for myself to stream while grinding because at least there's you guys to talk to, because normally it's just me and it's just like, sheesh. Making sure he went nowhere. At some point, what I need to do is I need to go to some of my other zones. If I could talk, some of my other zones, and we may do that now, at least with these two, because they're easy to get to, just to kind of check, make sure there's no great one just standing there, because that is technically possible. Not likely, but possible. Well, I saw no great ones at that zone, so that's a relief. This is true. It would have been nice to at least see the great one standing there. I keep telling myself too, once I finally get this guy, I'm going to take a break from great one grinding, but I also know that hype and that feeling of getting that great one, I'm going to immediately go into going after fallow. And just as a random stray thought, I don't know if I have that many fallow zones to begin with. We got one there. Got one there. And then honestly, that may be all I do. I just may set up at those little few lakes there. And yeah, just to kill time. We may continue to keep a couple red deer zones. Keep shooting those. See what happens. I don't know. That's where some of my males went. This zone. If I knew they wouldn't spawn out of here, I would actually... I used to have a zone set up here, but this is one of those, they like to leave it quite a bit, so... Let's get after this piebald, but before we do, I'm gonna grab a drink, be right back. Hey, back. What's going on, Killer Bear? I need to change tire. That'd be my luck. All right, there he is. He's standing right there. There, finally. That should have alerted him. Now he's going to be facing us. Hopefully he doesn't stay behind that tree. Not liking that angle at all. Truthfully, I don't like that angle either. We got him though. Am I lazy enough to have multiple tents set up at the same zone because I don't want to walk 80 meters? Yep, sure am. It's also nice though because I don't abide by that, you know, need to be hunting 10 to 15 zone nonsense, because you don't, and you can do stuff like that. Let's find our piebald. He probably went up this way. Or not. Well, there was no great one, but we did just shoot that level 7 piebald that we saw the first time you joined us. We're gonna go track him down. Guess I could check these zones over here. There should be red deer back here. Nothing to worry about. Oh, there he is, there he is. Okay, I was gonna say, oh no, did he turn back into the water and he's floating? But he's right here. There we go. That dude, that's a straight up stud. Go ahead and taxidermy him. Those will both be going in the 2024 lodge. Whiffed it. Whiffed it on both of them. That stinks. I need you to use your luck to get that great one to come in. Guy was using his girlfriend there as a shield. Wow, I was reloading at the wrong time. We could have whipped out the M1 and popped him. Dag nabbit. That was a bad shot on that second one. Still got him though. You didn't need to do that, but that sounds terrible. See, this is what I was worried about. I shot those two males over here, and I don't see any red deer hanging out. We're going to change time, just hopefully maybe they're standing there, but... Again, if I wasn't so lazy, I would actually have like a kill counter. Tick these off every time, but... I'd actually had a solid count, a solid hardcore number until about 2,000 kills, and then I was like, man, because I had false hopes of getting a great one red deer quick. And those hopes have since faded. Put in perspective, I started this grind on Parque Fernando, which in some respects, I mean, it doesn't have the fog this does. I should have, what I should have done is set up my grind on Cuatro Colinas. That's hands down, that beats the tar out of this map as far as red deer goes. And I guess I still could, but too little too late. Where are you going? It's only 9:30. Wheel, that's unfortunate. It's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going. Please let me on the four-wheeler. What are we doing? Woo! Shot him in the cheek. And the butt twice. The monotony setting in, folks. Looks like we're due for a map change. Just go ahead and do that. Let the game save. Tell you what, FPS, I'll take a little bit of the luck that White Raider gave me and I'll give it over to you. Why not? We'll give it a little more luck. Now it's going to be another 5,000 kills before I get my great one, but it's worth it. As long as you guys get something cool. these guys keep not being here, I may end up moving this tent somewhere else. I don't know where yet. Heck yeah, man. Maybe that's the zone your old G1 will spawn in. Got another piebald to spawn in. Are you kidding me? Well, looky there, White Raider. Cutting your leg wasn't all for naught. What? How did we shoot the female? What the world just happened there? Alright, 3 rare so far, 1 troll. And this is it, folks. This is what Great One grinding looks like. Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I'd much rather be out there with Rix, looking around at some random multiplayer server, not knowing what we're going to find. That dude literally just appeared there as soon as we pulled the trigger. That was insane. Darn, was it one of those light browns? Out of breath again. He started moving. We got him though. Come on, great one. Did we not shoot one over here? I thought, yeah, okay. We got some vital, we got some lung butter. What time's kickoff? Should probably pay attention to that. That was unexpected. What am I doing over here? Why did I come back to this zone? Yes, see FPS, this here is what I like to call lung butter. Actually, that term comes from Jaxie Beard. Where the rear deer at? We already gonna need a map change? Maybe by shooting these stragglers, we'll have enough in the respawn pool that'll work itself out. See, they're still nervous. That was a needle threader. Yeah, we'll probably do one or two run throughs, and we'll call her. Hang on just a sec. Okay, so Yeah, unfortunately, that for some reason I was thinking it started at 6, but I guess it does Eastern time. We'll probably do one more run through and color there. Gives us enough time to jump into our lodge and put those bad boys away. Just to make sure everything's here too, we'll do another map change out. I hope so too, FPS. You will. You shoot enough of them, you'll 100% get it. Thing is, you just got to keep shooting them, man. Just like we're doing here, you just got to keep shooting them. They'll eventually spawn. There you go, 500 kills. It's officially a great one grind. All right, last run through of this evening. Fingers crossed we've got something crazy good. I mean, I can't complain. This grind wasn't too bad. I wouldn't have minded to see a diamond. We did have a 9 spawn. It was a troll, but back-to-back giant taxidermy-worthy rares, though. It's pretty awesome. That's weird. These guys aren't here. They're normally always here. We were slow to the gun on that. Didn't realize we were still using the M1. Luckily, he didn't go far. Alright, final zone coming up. Come on, great one. It's probably not going to be there. I've said that 5,000 times now. Literally. So... I appreciate it, FPS, and not to worry, we'll be back tomorrow. We're not going to be grinding, of course, but... I don't know, what we may do, because in the past, you know, I typically always... Slow down there to Mr. 7. What I always do is, like, you know, when Rix is playing with us, we'll wait for him to get on. But what we may do while we're waiting, instead of trying to find just random servers, what we may actually just straight up grind while we're waiting. Oh my goodness. I shot so high up on that tree thinking we'll just alert him, and instead we shot him right in the butt with the 22. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're there. Well, no, I don't know where my males are. Apparently they moved over here. Could be worse. That could have been like a diamond. I've absolutely done that before. I'll never forget. There was a, I mean, it's just a whitetail, but diamond nonetheless. And went to go shoot it. And the AR-22 looks very similar to the 308. All right, let's jump over to the Trophy Lodge real quick. I don't know just where I want to put these. Put the old piebald right there. Might as well put the M1 that we shot him with underneath of it, right? No great one, not yet. EM1 there. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. Pretty happy with that. But alright, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to go watch the Super Bowl. You guys are too. Hope you guys are safe and enjoy it. And we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as normal. This one was obviously earlier because of the old Super Bowl, but yeah. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Had a good time. Shot a whole bunch of red deer. We killed over 100 red deer. So that was a good chunk of change we got. And well, hey. It got us in the Trophy Lodge, right, Raider? Your luck got us in the Trophy Lodge, and that's what counts. But appreciate everybody. Hope to see you guys tomorrow night, and I'll see you guys on the next one.